I'm a Christian overcoming depression. Christians are not exempt from illness, mental or physical, unfortunately, perhaps because we are such a threat to the kingdom of darkness and the devil hates us. But Jesus says, in this world you will have trouble, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. I just want to take a moment to mention DaySpring. DaySpring is a store where you can shop for books, Bibles, tableware, home decor, all made to encourage you and others in the Lord. I will have a link in my description and or pinned in the comments. By clicking the link, and if you make a purchase, you help support this channel. So I say thank you in advance for that. Depression for me started as a teenager. I believe it's genetic. I saw my mom suffer with it. Sometimes there were triggers, but a lot I was just sad because I was sad. Like people would ask me what was wrong and I couldn't pinpoint it. Over the years, I've talked to doctors about it. I've been on various antidepressants until 2020, actually. I just had a thought to get off the pills just to see how I was really doing because I had been on them for years. I remember my doctor asking me, this was on the way out. He was like, how did you do it? I forget sometimes that this is a testimony. He asked me, like, how have you been okay without your pills? And I told him my faith. So that was a good moment. Unfortunately, we all know the pandemic happened because this was January 2020. A couple months later, the whole world like kind of fell apart. And that was rough. I really, really struggled with that year, the isolation. Mostly it was having all these plans gone in an instant. So, yeah, I struggled. And this is where I can say running helped me because there was nothing else I could do that helped a whole lot. So, depression can happen for many reasons. Sometimes being genetic or having something in the brain, like a chemical imbalance. Like depression has made me depend on God even more. Some people take it for granted getting up out of bed, but I've had to depend on God to get out of bed. I've had to depend on God to take a shower and to comb my hair and do basic things because I was so low. And there comes a point because it gets depressing when you're serving the Lord the best you can and yet you feel stuck. You feel like God has abandoned you. That's when, for me, the depression sets in. When I don't feel or sense God working because it seems like so much is against me. And I'm like, why? I'm a child of God. I'm blessed. And yet I can't see that I'm blessed. And after the tears and after the maybe screaming, yelling at God, in my history, there's a place where you just accept it. You're like, God, I don't understand. This is your word. This is my life. I don't understand. But I trust you that you are God and that you love me and that your plans for me are good. Also, what I've been doing recently is binding evil spirits, binding the spirit of depression, binding the spirit of rejection and insecurity, and binding anxiety. Because Jesus said, what you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and what you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. And we have to use our God given authority to fight. Depression is not from God. Depression is from the devil. And yes, sometimes, God allows the trial but he only allows it because he's overcome it. He only there's a cat. But anyway, he only allows it because he's gonna work it for our good. The sun is moving. But what has helped me? I mean, first, my faith, of course. Second, I think good friends and family that are encouraging, that you can talk to. I pray you have that. But regardless, Jesus can be your best friend. He is your best friend, your brother, your mother, your father. Running, being active has helped me so much. It just relaxes me. It makes me calm. And then being physical makes you tired. And so you're focused on your physical pain more than your mental. Ever since I was a teenager, I kept a diary, and now it's, journaling. If there's something bothering me, I write about it. Anything. Or a prayer to God. I write my prayers down. I write when God answers a prayer, when he shows me a little sign like a cardinal or a butterfly, anything like that. Nothing like, even not just running, but being in nature, especially if you've seen a lot of my videos. I love water. I love being by rivers, creeks, oceans, lakes. That just, it is, that's very therapeutic for me. And then eating well, I drink mostly decaf coffee now because I didn't like how I felt like drinking caffeine like every day. And that has helped keep me calm. I can tell, like, if I've had a lot of sugar, if I've ate bad, my mind is not as clear. And then I feel like I just want to keep eating, just feel bad. I feel better when I eat good food, fruits, vegetables, protein. I feel better physically and mentally when I eat better food. The purpose of this video is to let you know, if you are suffering with any kind of mental illness, you are not alone. It's okay to not be okay. There might be judgment coming from people. I know sometimes being a Christian, there's this, I don't know what you call it, a stigma of being a Christian. Like, why are you depressed? How are you anxious? Jesus nailed that to the cross of, like, yes, we're still living in this world, and in the world we're gonna have trouble. I mean, I get that. Depression, anxiety, ADHD, OCD, all of it has been nailed to the cross. But we are not free of this world just yet. It's okay to struggle, but it's not okay to give up. It's not okay to give up on life, on your destiny. It's not okay. You can struggle because God will help you. There might be days where you just don't want to get out of bed. There might be days you don't want to take a shower. And I believe you have to own that moment. You have to be in that. But look to Jesus, look to God, and he will get you out. Just ask him. I just want you to know that you're not alone. And with God, we're going to make it. He is for us. Who can be against us? What can be against us? He is for us. He is God. He is our Father. I invite you to like this video, subscribe, comment, and let me know your thoughts. And I will see you next time. I pray you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and be blessed.